Welcome to Students on Mission, where we are learning what it means to be a servant leader. I'm Lily, and today's topic is one that's near and dear to the heart of Jesus: building relationships. We can't lead effectively if we don't build relationships with others. Jesus invited the disciples to follow him, not to have power over them, but to build strong relationships with them. Romans chapter 12, verse 10 says, "Be devoted to one another in love. Honor one another above yourselves." Jesus modeled devotion to his disciples by having a selfless and genuine love for them, not a superficial love that sought personal gain, but one that considered their needs and served them well. 3 things Jesus did to care for his disciples were: number 1, he knew them. Number 2, he listened really well. And number 3, he met their needs. Jesus knew his disciples and saw the potential they had inside them. He focused much of his time on building them up so they would become leaders in the church. Can you recognize the potential in the people you lead? Instead of focusing on their weaknesses, try to look for an opportunity to encourage them. This action will empower them to grow in confidence and in their abilities. Jesus actively listened to the stories people shared with him. By hearing their stories, Jesus understood how to serve them better. When we pause to listen well, we can clearly hear what people are trying to communicate. From their stories, we learn who they are, and this will help us know how to serve them well. By taking the focus off ourselves, it allows us the chance to pay attention to their needs. Finally, Jesus met the needs of others. Jesus taught and preached to many, but he also met the practical needs they had, like feeding the hungry, touching the untouchable, loving the outcast, and healing the sick. Through this example, Jesus taught the disciples about what it meant to be a servant leader. While we might not perform miracles like Jesus, we can still use what we have to help people around us. Remember, always be someone who asks, "How can I serve this person today?" We won't be able to meet every need that someone has, but looking for practical ways to serve others will show them that you care. Our key point is I am a servant leader when I build strong relationships with others. What might building strong relationships look like? Well, first, seek friendship with others. Wherever you are, think about ways you can build relationships with the people around you. Not so you can get something from them, but so you can serve them with God's love. Next, take time to encourage others. See others like Jesus would. Look for something good and encourage them in that. Give compliments whenever you can by looking for what people are good at and telling them what you see. Next, actively listen to others. Put down your phone and listen to a friend who's struggling. Take the time to really listen to people. Ask someone their story. Be slow to speak and let others talk first. This will show people you really care about them. Finally, seek ways to meet the needs around you. Keep your eyes open for needs you can meet. Be the first one to offer help in ways like invite someone who is all alone to eat lunch with you, help a classmate with their homework, or praying for a friend who's sick. Find needs and meet them. Jesus came to seek and save the lost. How are we seeking out needs? It's difficult to find something when you're not actively looking for it. When we do these things, we show others how much God loves them. People will be more open to hearing what you have to say about Jesus when you show them you care about them. Jesus has called you to follow his example of servant leadership. Remember, you have the power to make a difference in the lives of others simply by serving them well. Let's go and serve like Jesus did.